and that's kind of it's been my thing, I guess my thorn in the side with pro wrestling, because I'm versatile. Through the 28 years that I've been in this sport, um, I have been able. I've wrestled, I've refereed, I've wrestled, I've managed, I commentate, I produce. Um, I can literally do it all, but there's even now with me doing commentary, it's hard for me to get booked wrestling, uh, looked at serious as a wrestler. Something they're like, oh, you're just a commentator now. And I'm like, commentary to me is the greatest, one of the greatest unsung jobs ever,
Yeah.
because it's our job to get the athletes over, and I love it because I can talk about what I see and paint the picture for the audience. And I'm like the conscience of pro wrestling. I'm your conscience, and I got into commentary kind of, it was a blessing, but then my frustration is what kept me there, because I had been places where I would wrestle and I would get the DVD or the CD or whatever, and look forward to see my match. And the commentators are talking about anything but what's going on inside the ring.
Oh boy.
And there've been times where I've been injured, and the commentators are, talking about something way off the wall, and it was just always a frustration for me. So when I started getting the opportunities at Ring of Honor, just because any situation I was in, I was always the spokesperson of my group. There's times you're feuding with somebody, you're sitting there doing commentary. I was never one of those that just sit there and talk about me during commentary. I would make it about what's in the ring, because to me, it's just once you step in that square circle, your life is on the line. I've seen people's lives change because of stepping through that rope.
Yeah.
So I know people that have died stepping through that rope. I know people that life will never be the same because of and not because of anything they've done wrong. It's just you're literally putting your life on the line when you step in between those ropes. And so what I do on the outside of the ring with commentary, it's not my job to get me over. It's my job to get you over. And if I get you over enough, it gets me over.
Yeah. And you would think the promoters would want that, because here you are in a unique position of having decades of in-ring experience and the commentary. So now when you're doing work in the ring, you know what a commentator is looking for. You know what they're
Yeah.
looking for to call, and vice versa. When you're doing commentary, you know what a wrestler is hoping for you to call, hoping for what you say. So
Yeah, the blessing now is I'm able to work with a lot of these up and coming stars, and I'm kind of like old school, new class, so I'm able to see a lot of these new guys that the world hasn't seen yet, and actually feel them. And I feel now, the way it's worked out is that like I am a modern day Jerry Lawler, where it's like I do commentary on TV and I wrestle on the indies,
it's a great way of
and
putting it.
yeah, and I'm respected in all of those areas, and all, and so I really have nothing to complain about. It's just I hear mostly fans. They're like, "Oh, you're just a commentator now," and I'm like, "Bruh, you have no idea the importance of that job,
Yeah.
and the longevity that it's given my career, and the blessing behind it for me is the fact that like when I was a wrestler, and even wrestling now, you know, the best I ever was on big time wrestling was mid card. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like I never was really. I'm not a person that's gonna try to blow smoke up anything or say I should have this or da, da, da. It's like the biggest I ever was like number one contender for television title type stuff. You know what I mean? Mid card type stuff. But like as commentary, I'm in the talks of the greatest commentators of all time. I'm in those conversations, Rick Abani and now, and so it's like we have plans for our life, but God knows what He wants to do.
Yeah.
So I was never like, oh, best wrestlers in the world. I was never, in that conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But when they talk about best commentators in the world, I'm in that conversation. So I know I'm where I'm supposed to be at, and I'm a good wrestler too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're good at both, or great at both, and that's what makes you special.